Yeah, it's interesting because that original movie, now people I'm sure have seen at least parts of the 7 movies that have come out associated with this Rocky movie. It was the best picture in 1976. And it's stunning because the movies that it beat, like All the President's Men and Taxi Driver and Network, they're classics. At the time, how surprised was everybody that Rocky won that Best Picture Oscar?
Well, it was pretty shocking to a lot of people, especially, I would imagine, the people behind those other movies. But, the Academy is fickle. We never really know what they're going to do. And in the end, this was a special movie. I think the Academy probably liked the fact that the story behind the movie, that this is a nobody who wrote a script in a few days. And they turned out this movie for a low budget, which was $1 million. That was low budget at the time. And they made a beautiful, small picture when everybody else was trying to make these big, intricate movies with lots of big Hollywood stars.
So how does a movie that starts off a franchise with a Best Picture Oscar and with Roger Ebert saying that Sylvester Stallone reminded him of a young Marlon Brando, crank out these movies where some of them, and let's face it, Rocky 5 should have never been made. I mean, there are some movies there that were shouldn't even be in the same room as, it shouldn't be seen in the same theaters as the original Rocky.
It's like Godfather 3 and the rest of the Godfathers. It just doesn't even belong in the ranking.
Yeah. How would you rank the 7 Rocky movies?
Well, I think you and I have a difference of opinion on this.
Okay.
Certainly, the first Rocky movie is the best, and
Yep.
I'll challenge anybody to 12 rounds who disagrees with me.
Yeah.
Second place, I think it's a toss-up, frankly, between Rocky Balboa, the 6th movie, which I think shocked a lot of people, and Creed, the newest movie.
Oh, that's okay.
I love Creed.
Creed was a nice movie, a good movie. In a lot of ways, it's not even a Rocky movie. Yes, Rocky Balboa is in the movie, and Apollo Creed is connected, but it's really not a Rocky movie. That's the way I look at it, and that's the only reason why I don't have that higher up. I've always thought 3 was the second best, in a large part because of Mr. T. You have a definitive villain and so many quotes that are still being uttered today from that movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would even say 4, but I don't think 4 is anywhere close to 3. And in fact, I would go with 2 right behind 3. And I have Rocky Balboa as my 4th. And again, you know how I feel about 5. 5 is a distant. It should be like 8th or 9th, and they haven't even had that many movies. I mean, that's how bad 5 was.
Well, the director, John Avildsen, who also did Rocky 5, he told me that the movie that came out was much different than the movie that he shot. They recut it. Stallone was supposed to die at the end. The studio decided they didn't want to kill him. So the studio changed the movie on him. He said he has a cut of the movie that's his original that is much better than what came out. But I suspect that it's still not very good.
Wow, that's amazing. So then 5 would have, then we wouldn't have had Rocky Balboa and Creed.
Huh. That would have
That's
been
right.
bizarre.
And I think a lot of people were surprised by Rocky Balboa. I mean, that's a beautiful movie in its own right and so much different than the other sequels, which I think is why I rank it so high. They really took a new look at Rocky and made something better out of it.